I'm confused. I'm confused.
Let me tell you. Let me be the first to tell you. All that drama that they said about Porsha not wanting Shamea on the show, I totally understand why she wants Shamea on the show. She want her best friend to be embarrassed the way she's going to be embarrassed.
Okay.
Shamea's a flop.
Girl.
Flippity, flippity, flip, flip,
Right.
flip.
It just keeps getting worse and worse. And you can't be flopping sitting in the first chair.
Hello?
Okay.
I can't.
Again.
And Drew over here talking like this. No, she need to be switch chairs, Andy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Switch chairs, because I'm tired of her doing this.
First chairs having one of the worst reunion performances, and end chairs having one of the best reunion performances.
First time ever in the history of Bravo. Let's be very clear, because I think we need to like. And welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down the podcast. I'm your boy Po Theory.
I'm Jared.
I miss mamas, y'all. Hey.
By the way, first time in 2 weeks that we've all three been together.
I know it's been so long.
That's crazy.
And you know what? Shout out to y'all for not dragging me too bad. Saying my glam ran over. Because y'all did try to do me. But I'm sure my bookies miss me. But I did hear y'all call me Beyonce. So,
well, we see it was worth it.
Hello. But no, there's only one person that we should be dragging in the preamble of this review. And that is production. Production flopped when it came to the Kenya and Brit situation, and production flopped by the seating chart. You had Shamea first chair. Meanwhile, Drew was
in the center of everything.
In the center of everything. The issue for everyone. And you have Drew having to do this every single time. What was said?
She was breaking her neck the whole time. I was like, why don't they switch her chair?
Eating the girls up, sweets. Eating the girls up.
2 words. Judith Lieber.
Hello. Like, girl, I can't. But anywho, let's just jump into the.
Phew.
It's like, are they trying to make us like make the show not good? Are they like, is that what's happening? Like,
I mean, I'm still entertained. And
no, agree. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I even before she was flopping this hard, I already did not care for Shamea. So I'm personally, enjoying just watching her get waxed. So I'm fine with it. It's just it's a little bit painful. It's just the fact I would have less of a problem with it if she wasn't sitting where she's sitting. I think that's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
I would not be angry if she was sitting in Drew's seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking about this. Honestly, the whole situation is honestly, everybody on that side of the couch except for Drew is a little delusional. Let's be real.
Angela too. I wouldn't say Angela. You think Angela's being delusional?
Angela, this the one time she was pissing me off.
She pissed me off.
With the Phaedra thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't like
I feel you. I feel you on that.
It was so weird. And again, we still to this day don't know the true story. We know that Mr. Marcus, I know you watch the show, hey.
And we do.
Yes. He does. Hey. But at the end of the day, you popped up out of nowhere. You gave all of these aliases, Junebug, Shakebug, or whoever the fact may be. You came up with this story. You had the girls in the shamble. And what I don't like about it is that it was only always Phaedra. That was the crazy thing. I think they put that first situation with her and Porsha and Candy, which had nothing to do with this situation, but they let it live with this situation. It was completely different. They had nobody else. Right. And again, we were bought fake receipts on how he even got invited to the party. Let's be real.
Oh, he asked the room, who do you think did it? It was Kelly that initially says, well, I don't really know who did it. And that's when Angela jumps to her and says, well, to be fair, Phaedra said that it could have been you because it was your party and da-da-da-da. Now, this is the gag. This is where I am agreeing with Phaedra because the receipts that we received from Marcus on the TikTok was that it was the receipts of the master list. He has exonerated Phaedra in our DMs. He was basically making it seem like Phaedra did nothing. It was production making him say it was Phaedra. He's basically saying it was Kelly and production that said the whole thing. Yes.
Because her publicist sent the email.
Yes, and we do have the screenshots from the screenshots that he sent, but
absolutely. But again,
Right.
they were still there. What
Mhm.
receipts they are, they were still there.
And like
100%.
my biggest thing is that Phaedra had no reason to even do this. And then this is when Angela really pissed me off. She's talking about Phaedra trying to secure her spot. Girl.
I didn't like the verbiage. It's weird. What do you mean? You can't, if you want to try to burn her, you shouldn't have said secure her spot. Girl, what?
Yeah, because that was just foolish. Because we all know the girl came in 2 weeks into filming with a guaranteed contract. Like, we all knew that.
And I'm not putting her on the same level as Nene, but to me, it was on the same level as saying, like, Nene, you came in trying to shake me and like you were trying to secure your spot. I'm sorry. Porsha don't need to secure her spot. Nene don't need to secure her spot. And Phaedra would not need to secure their spot coming back and coming for you. Like,
let's be real.
Come on.
Let's be real. You can even include Cynthia in that. Because if Cynthia didn't want it, because if Cynthia did not want to be the best friend to the show and she wanted to be full-time, she would be full-time.
I agree. I don't know, because honestly, the way production is going, the fact that Shamea is first seat, I don't know. I don't have that much faith in them, Danielle. I agree with you that should be the case, but I don't believe that they would operate that way because they are garbage.
That's fair.
Production is garbaggio. I every time Shamea opened her mouth on this reunion, I kept saying to myself, no, it's confusing me. Why every time she opened her mouth, I see Andy? And then, because if I see Andy every time Shamea opened her mouth, that means that she is first chair.
Why
and that's the seat that Nene sits in. That's Nene's first chair.
Yeah.
And that's the performance we got out of it.
Child, if I had 4 thumbs, it'd be 4 thumbs down. And I only got 2. Now,
Girl.
that was man. Ugh. Okay, anyway.
It was just a lot. So I mean, we kind of like did the whole thing about like the whole Phaedra and Angela thing. But one of the things that I would like to bring up, Kelly jumps out of the window and brings up something that was unseen that we didn't get to see.
Right.
But Angela did bring it up in the after show, and that was basically Kelly comparing her marriage or the demise of her marriage to what potentially could be happening for Charles and Angela. 1, watch your mouth. Just because that's your mess, don't try to put that over on me. And 2, you brought that up as to say that you didn't say it when you actually did say it, because when they brought that back, it was like the only thing that saved her was the fact that she apologized.
Yeah.
That was it. And she did not, and even when she's apologized, because I want to be very clear to the viewers, she apologized by saying, if I did that.
Oh, yeah. She said, if I said that. I don't know what I said, though.
But you did, Sweets. You didn't even have to bring that up, because had you not brought that up, that would not be a part of the reunion. There would be no flashback. So there's even more of a reason why I don't like you now, Kelly. Like, that was just, girl, Kelly, like, what?
Kelly, to me, seems like one of those girls who clings to whoever she thinks is hot. But then she's also secretly envious. She's one of those aesthetic girls, right? If you fit what she's into or what she thinks is popping at that moment, she's there for you. But she also secretly hates you. Like, she doesn't really like you. Like, that's what she gives me.
Yeah, I could see. Ooh. I can see that, but the only thing for me is like, if you're truly one of those girls, why would Shamea be the girl that you're coming for? Like that you're with? Like,
she thinks Shamea is that girl because we were portrayed. Remember when we first got introduced to Shamea? For no one who's never watched any Housewives, we got introduced.
She's in it. She's in it, Danielle. There's a difference. But
what I'm saying is,
she's in it. There's no way that you could be in it and think that Shamea is the girl.
Well, now, if you have a brain, you don't. But when we first got to her at Sterling Hall, we saw beautiful chocolate family, loving parents. We saw all of the things. There was nothing for us to be like, oh, she's moving shady. Now, gradually, after each episode, our antennas went up and we're like, okay, yeah, this girl's actually, she's nutty. Like she's actually nutty. She actually was self-sabotaging. Let's be real.
I mean,
No,
I think
agree.
Kelly and Shamea have a genuine like friendship. I think they're like, I think they genuinely like each other. I think they belong together. Like they're both losers. They get ate up left and right. Like, they're just, yeah.
Get ate up together is nasty.
Yeah, real bad.
They're both losers is actually the crazy part. Like, no, they're meant to be together. They're both losers. What in the world? That is crazy. But I agree.
I'm the nasty one. I do agree.
I agree. But like, it's real. Like to say
it was real. No,
it was very real.
That was fair.
That's crazy word. So then basically at the end of this segment, Angela says that she feels like she can get past it with the women and essentially move on. I
also can't take Phaedra seriously. Like, I still not past her look. Every time the pan over to her, like I just get so distracted by everything.
It is ruining her message. Yeah. I agree. It's ruining that
when she starts to talk, because she speaks like a lawyer, actually someone who's super educated, and then you look and you're like, well, what is that on top of her head?
Exactly. And also on that same note, one of my 5 notes is that Cynthia's wig is also pissing me off. Why couldn't she get a lace front? Like, why her wig look so cheap?
So that side part, I felt as though should have been shifted to a bust down. And I'm not a hair girl. I'm bald headed, y'all.
Oh, y'all thought that was like, y'all thought they parted that wig that way?
I mean, again,
no, sweetie, that was a middle part. But what they did was they took that middle part and put it to the side of her head and brushed that over. Because I forgot to say, we not cursing, y'all. Brush that mother over.
That's a Karen Huger. Remember when Karen had to shift her wig and Candace had...
Right. I just don't understand. Like, Cynthia, you have historically had some of the best hair on this show, and all of a sudden you get this damn...
Not behind Porsha, she has had... No, not behind. In front of Porsha, she's had the best hair. Yeah. Cynthia's always been that girl. I don't know...
Atlanta is the hair capital of the world.
Yeah.
Hello. It was crazy. Oh, yes. So now, one of the things that I appreciated about Angela was her, I guess there was an audience question about her age and like, girl, like, be real. You are really not 43. We come to find out that she actually is 43. She brings her birth certificate. And I was like, good, end it. Let's close it out. You're 43 to be exact. We're here for it.
Her middle name is Dion.
I love that. I love boy names on girls. I love that. But then Andy asked Phaedra, you had a lot to say about what Angela looked like and all that drama. Like, why were you coming for Angela so hard? Like, help us understand it.
Yeah.
And Phaedra said something that made a lot of sense to me in this moment when she says, well, I just want to clear that up. When she said, I want to clear that up, I'm like, well, there's nothing to clear up. We saw you say it. But then after she said, listen, that was after we had everything that went down. Mm-hmm. Now, I saw a lot of people on social media saying, Phaedra, what are you talking about? That wasn't before everything went down. And it actually was. It wasn't after everything went down. It actually was because we know how they shoot their confessionals. So Phaedra not being... I feel like she didn't play that right in terms of you should be shading people at the time. Like, you should be speaking about people within the mindset that you felt about them in the time that you met them, not from the full season that you've experienced them, if that makes sense. Fair. So when she was throwing shade at her and saying like, oh, she's the oldest, youngest person I've ever seen, that was after the whole the fundraiser event with Marcus. When she was doing her confessionals. Yeah. Does that make sense?
No, of course.
It does. So, it's also not entirely up to Phaedra because then it's up to the editors of where they actually use it.
Right.
So she could have recorded that. She could have like been talking about it in the moment, like you're saying, but just like when they put the show together, they took that clip and then put it elsewhere. Yeah.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying, which makes it less Phaedra's. It's like Phaedra actually was dragging her after they went through all the drama. It's not like she. It's not like
she came in dragging her.
Yeah, it's not like I met Angela and now I'm gonna walk off. I just met Angela in Hartsfield Jackson, the airport, and we're gonna land. I'm gonna go into the confessional in the room in the villa and then say these things. This was well after that. She allowed herself to, have those feelings, and she should not have done that. But I agree with her in that way. Andy asked Angela about her properties, and again, Angela being just the realist said, what rental properties? I basically had to get rid of them. Finding out that they had $100,000 a month is a lot of money, even for rich people. That's a lot of money.
That's a big loss. That's a nasty
huge loss. Now, we talked about this on the last episode, on the last reunion, because this was a big deal to me. I was like, well, how come they didn't bring up her mother?
Her mom.
Like her mom when they did her first package. But Andy said something like, I know we already said, I want to say condolences again to your mom. So it kind of felt like maybe they edited it out. And that's why we didn't really, that's why we really didn't get to see it. But it kind of really, it messed me up when she said, I just, my mom was really excited about this platform because, her being bipolar and wanted to speak about that. And she basically ended up by saying, I miss my mom. Like, I just want my mom. I was like, oh my God, my heart. Oh, like that was rough. One thing I did not like when Phaedra, actually, I don't know if I'm out of order when I say this, but when Phaedra brings up when they're, I hope you know that when I called you about your mother, that was real. Phaedra, we didn't need to know that you did that. Like, you don't get no bonus points for being a good human, like doing what a good human is supposed to do.
Well, now let's hold on. Now let me play devil's advocate. As the
Here you go, always advocating for the devil.
As the resident little wench, let me just say, if I don't mess with you, right? I don't care who died. So again, as she said that, I understood that, because if I gave you that, it's because I genuinely meant it, and I wasn't messing with you. You tried to throw a whole allegation on me. And again, we still don't know what this situation is, right? It's all alleged at this point. But what I'm saying is, you tried to bring me back into a place, but at the time, you did lose your mother, and we saw her on the show. So just putting that out there, because he was speaking to the group about it and saying that all the ladies did acknowledge it, and they did let her know. At that time, yeah, I think that was the right place. Like, Phaedra, just FYI, I'm just letting you go, girl. That was genuine. Like,
I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Again, like, don't mess with I actually agree with Danielle.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Let me tell you why I don't agree with that. Because Angela didn't go in coming at Phaedra. Angela didn't do anything to Phaedra. It's not like Angela did something to Phaedra in the way that would require, like, oh my God, Phaedra, you're such a saint to go do this. Like, to go say X, Y, Z.
But that's just
from everything that we've seen, how the show, no, but what I'm saying is how the show played out, because you got to understand this. In the same way that we see the confessionals, it's the same way that they see the confessionals.
Right.
So how that's played out, yeah, you should. Angela never said anything negative about Phaedra. She never, every issue that Angela had with Phaedra came from either Phaedra or someone else saying Phaedra did something to her. So it's not really like on Angela to be like, oh my God, she's such a great person for telling me this. It's like, girl, you've been coming for me. It feels like you've been coming for me. Like, what are you talking about?
But I think that's all the more reason why you actually, by Phaedra saying that, like, listen, she may very well have been talking about her hand in hand, which is all the more reason why I don't have to wish you a condolences, nothing. But I did.
Yeah, but you brought it up. You're bringing it up to the platform, to the world, that you told me condolences.
Oh yeah, I'm just putting it on record. Like, we did go through our little beef, but also your mom did die, and because we were talking about the beef. We separated it. Because they had a little spat back and forth about it. But letting the world know, I did wish you.
I saw that as nothing but manipulation for her to bring that up. You do not get kudos for saying.
Oh, and I think on the contrary, no, she gets all the kudos. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't care. I don't care who died.
But the precipice. Oh, that's wild.
Oh, I don't care.
No,
I
this is
don't
the
care.
thing. But this is the thing. Why do you bring it up?
Because we were having a spat. But what I'm saying is, when she was talking about
that came from you.
Right?
Right?
But that's what I'm saying. No, the spat did probably come from me. Exactly. So the spat came from
So you don't get no credit. You don't get no credit if you started beef with me and then you come up to me and say, like, you can't punch me in the face last week and then next week my mama died and be like,
giving narcissist symptoms. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you know what? Your mama died, and I know the reason you got to black out your mama funeral is because I punched you in the face. You know what? Condolences, my G. My bad. Honestly? Like, what? Goodbye.
Oh,
well, well, I guess I'm saying I'm the horrible person, because you would get beat up trying to tell me condolences after you didn't try to talk all that mess to me. You're done. Sorry about
Jerry's sick of us.
Then they move on.
That's a lot of time on that one subject.
No, but Andy asked Angela, does she feel like Drew had her back? And Angela basically says no. She says she feels like when it came to the whole Phaedra issue that Drew really wasn't there. And then Cynthia jumps in, and Cynthia, I don't really think this is the realm that you should be jumping into. Like, well, I kind of felt like that, Angela has your back the whole season and yada, yada, yada. That's not really this is really not your type of fight, Cynthia, because no one has ever really viewed you as a ride or die, except for with Nene.
She's a ride for Nene. She's a ride for Kenya.
Yeah,
too.
but
like when she jumped over from Nene to Kenya, she was riding hard for Kenya too.
She was for a little bit.
Yeah, I think you just kind of ruined that when you said where she jumped from.
I'm just saying, whatever team she owned at the time, she real right. What they say? They said she crawled on her knees and so moved to Kenyas.
Oh my God. But Drew does apologize. If I didn't have your back, I apologize for that. I will say on this episode, this is the first instance that Shamea starts to click down. When she jumps in and says, I find it interesting that you can just apologize for how you didn't have Angela's back, but y'all can be all in me and Porsha's business when it comes to our friendships and want to break everything down. Are you well? Are you okay, Shamea? If I'm not mistaken, you said me and Porsha were friends for decades. These two women met each other this season. How can you compare that? Are you dumb? Like, what's wrong with her?
At that exact moment, my one note from that scene was literally, is Shamea slow? Because now I want where is this coming from? And that is no offense to people who actually have an illness, but I think she's unwell. Like, I really was trying to wrap my little brain around it.
Yeah, because what point are you even trying to make? Like, okay.
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. What was the end game? Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna ball up your fist and wind it up, you got to strike. If you just balling up and winding up, your arms is tired for no reason. You didn't do anything.
Sis, I literally. Sorry, it's my ring.
Some wind chimes.
Literally, when Drew said Really, really, Shamea? I wanted so much more for you. Oh my God. That was like
Drew was
see, this is the perfect moment that I need to say this. Drew, Sidora, I would like to apologize for ever saying that you should not have been on this show. You are performing in a way that is, you've been killing it, sis. I'm sorry. Like, you eating the girls up. You got an OG apologizing to you getting up across the seat. The last time we saw her get up out her seat like that, she was dragging somebody, and now with you, she is hugging you and saying, I'm sorry. Like, you are the cat's meow. I apologize for saying that I didn't want to see you back.
And the Oscar goes
and
to
it's not even
I
like
just
so
had to
much.
put it out there.
It's not so much like what she's saying, and it's like how she's saying it, the delivery, and just like her body
Very
language,
sarcastic.
the way she just is so
Yes.
dismissive of Shamea. It's just, I just find it riveting.
Not riveting.
Riveting.
Now, go ahead.
No, I'm laughing too.
Go ahead.
I'm laughing because I think another point to this too, while Drew is eating her up, she's a mile down the road. So she's yelling like this. Oh, I'm like, you can't, like, it's just, oh man. No good.
But one of the things I would say, again, another strike for the production. Why did y'all end that segment? Like, that was like, I feel like they cut that off. Did you notice that? It was like that quick little back and forth, but there was nothing else said after that. And then they moved on to something else. But then they move on to Phaedra, essentially being a big sister to Brit and, giving her the game that she gave her. And then Porsha jumps in and says that was the first time she ever seen that on camera because, yes, Cynthia and Nene had given her a game, but she had never really seen it on camera. I don't know if this pissed y'all off how it pissed me off. I feel like it may have pissed off. I don't know if it pissed off Danielle, but I have a very strong feeling it pissed off Jared. If you clock this, when Kelly said, "Well, Shamea did the same." Shamea is not an OG.
No.
Do not compare. What did Naomi say? Do not compare me to you. We are not the same. We are not. I'm sorry. When she said that, well, Shamea did the same thing with me and Brit off camera, and that, sweetie, y'all want to go against Porsha so bad that even when you are trying to debate her, you're not making any sense because Porsha said it was the first time I saw it on camera. You say, no, well, Shamea did the same thing for us when we were at Houston's off of camera.
The night y'all was talking about her kicking her back in. So it's not the
same sweets. Hello? With that alliance. Like, what are you talking about, my guy? What are you talking about? Like, y'all want to hate Porsha so bad, and Porsha demolished y'all this episode. Like, it's so bad.
And you see how Shamea performed. Is she in a position to be anybody's big sister? She need a fucking big sister, a mother, a father, a stepmother, somebody to help her for this flop ass reunion.
She did, yeah. She probably, yeah. I'm sure there's an inner youth center somewhere in the greater Atlanta area where she can volunteer and yeah. I'm sure she there's some help that needs to be done.
Did you just say that there's a youth center that she can go to?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay. So again, what kind?
There is. She needs help. She's not well. I'm sorry.
I went to my my doctor. My doctor is like 10 minutes up the road from her home, and I sent Danielle a photo of me driving past Sterling Hall today.
Hey, Sterling Hall.
It's cute. But going to Angela, when Shamea, again, another L, started to pipe up about, it's just really interesting to me that you're defending her, Phaedra, because when she said that you were coming on the show, you were going to do X, Y, she was going to do X, Y, and Z to you. And she was like, and I defended you, Phaedra, basically saying that we got past it. Shamea, stop lying. Because how can you, if you showing your best friend text messages to Brit,
you ain't no good, girl. Y'all ain't been friends for a long time.
Hello, but then on to the same, but to Brit, when it comes to Phaedra, you defending Phaedra, saying me and Phaedra gotten past that, but you dragging your best friends and showing the text messages. That's one. How does that make sense? Two, like Phaedra said and clocked it. Well, you said we were cool, but you're dragging me in interviews, so I didn't really understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I loved, and this is why I could get my great, where I love Angela in this.
Cynthia and Angela.
Phaedra says, when Phaedra says, you know, I don't understand how, you know, within this group, y'all can take one situation and just make it a swath over exactly who a person is. And Angela says, what you talking about me? Like basically what's going on? And Phaedra's about to say no, but Phaedra says, yeah, well, yes, it can apply to you. And Angela does the most adult woman thing. And that's why folks think that she's older than she is. Because she says, I'll take that. I'll accept that. It's those small moments where Angela's like, this woman, she's so mature and just so graceful. Like, you're right. I am taking that one situation and allowing it to just be a broad swipe across you.
Right.
Like, Angela's going to be a phenomenal housewife because she's never going to have a forever enemy and she's never going to have a forever friend.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that about Angela.
That's fair. And the crazy thing, I will say the crazy thing about that as well, even with Shamea, you lied. And the girls dragged you for lying. Cynthia dragged you and said, that's the problem. You're saying you're fine, but then you're going on an interview right after that saying, well, this did happen 10 years ago. No. It's either you're fine or you're not. And I also didn't like how Shamea was like, but you can't say sorry, but. No. It's not about that. Because she didn't already apologize to you about 1 million times. Again, but each time.
Do you see how she tried to eat?
She thought.
Great point, Danielle. Do you see? She tried to eat Phaedra up in that moment, but you can't apologize and say, but Phaedra's like, no, I'm not saying but in that way.
Right.
We're eating you up. We're letting you know you are saying to us, oh, everything's fine. And let's be very clear. When someone, this is just human nature. If I do something wrong to either one of you, and you say to me that, you know what, it's cool. I'm like, oh, whew, thank God you told me it's okay because I did feel bad about that. But if you don't feel that bad about it, then we can just move on and we ain't got to talk about it no more.
Bring it up again because I can't stand bringing up nothing that's old. Because what we talking about this for? We discussed this.
Hello, and that is what we're talking. But that has been the constant thing that we've talked about with Shamea. Is like, girl, what do we say when you do not stand up for yourself? You will end up looking like the bad guy when you play that middle role, and that's what's happening. You say that you're fine with Porsha, you say you're fine with Phaedra,
you're
and
not
all this
good
stuff.
With any of these
and
situations.
then when you start and then when you move on, when you act like you want to move, you've moved on, and then you get in these interviews, and it all comes out. You look crazy. At this point, it went from like this. In the beginning, Porsha was a horrible, bad friend.
Yep.
And then you got on the show in the beginning, Porsha was still the bad friend. And then the episodes started to come on, and then it was like, oh, okay, we starting to see this Porsha, this Shamea. We starting to see, okay, Shamea got a little something with her. This episode, by the time this episode, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe Shamea's the worst friend, not Porsha.
Well, again,
it was like,
but you want to know where it really started to really trickle down was when we found out that she showed Brit, a complete stranger, private text messages between her and her alleged best friend. That's where this all started. Because again, if you're gonna kick my back in to a bird you just met, you've been kicking my back in to anybody. So that's where the issue lies with Shamea. That's actually what it is. That's where you've actually been the main one talking about Porsha. We now know that Porsha hasn't said one thing about Shamea to any of those ladies, but you're saying everything about Porsha. Who's the bad friend now?
Yes.
Hello.
And even when Porsha had the opportunity, like when people are coming back to Porsha and telling them about the dirty shit Shamea's doing, and Porsha's on camera, but she's still not even dragging Shamea like she could.
Hello. I don't know if y'all clocked this because remember the whole conversation about the alliance. Shamea lied so bad that she don't even realize that she told on herself. She says, I didn't even know that Brit told you about the alliance, right? So if you didn't know that Brit told her about alliance, and it sounds like that was an issue, that would insinuate that you never had the conversation with Porsha about said alliance. Like you said, you had the conversation with Porsha. You never had the conversation with Porsha about the alliance.
I know what
it sounds like Shamea had with you talking to Brit and Kelly, and you said we should involve Porsha into the alliance. So when Porsha says you never included me in the alliance, and Shamea is responding saying, yes, I did, she's making it seem like I told you about this alliance, when really it's like, no, I talked to Kelly and Brit about including you. But yes, you never said anything about Porsha about this alliance.
Yeah.
Like Shamea this is bad. She's a Taurus, by the way, but it makes sense. She's a Taurus.
We don't be lying, child. Nah, we don't be lying.
She's a Taurus, child.
I don't know where that's a character flaw, honey. That ain't got nothing to do with Zodiac. Shout out to the Tauruses that follow.
They end up reading the statements. This is also another thing that really makes me really realize that Shamea will forever click down in my book. When they start reading the statements from Porsha and Brit, right? So
Kenya and Brit.
I want to say, when they start reading the statements from Kenya and Brit, this was one of the parts that really started to make me realize that, like, Shamea, you gotta go. There's a reason why the old production team knew that you should not have been there, because she starts to kick Brit's back in about the night all of that happened, at them being at the club, and Brit's out having fun. Now, don't get me wrong. From Brit's perspective, it happened, and you know what? I'm gonna have to deal with the fallout from it tomorrow, but I'm gonna go out tonight and have fun. But if you can sit on the couch that day at the reunion and say, you know what, it did look funny because she was da 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 da. But when I go back and look at the episodes, and you up here like lifting this girl up and saying like, oh my God, she's going through so much, I feel so bad for her. So you was faking it too. Then that's what you're admitting to. You're faking it as well. If you felt that way and still you were there for it all, for the threat with the perfume to all of that, then you just riding along just to be fake with somebody. You like, Shamea, who are you? Who is Shamea in this world? Like, Shamea gotta go, bro. She gotta go. She I feel about Shamea how I felt about Brit in the first couple episodes. Like, that's where I'm at with Shamea. Like, it's disgusting to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just don't. I want to know what she thought the ending game plan was gonna be for all this. I don't think she really processed that. All her confessionals, all of those fake unseen footage, just little side conversations that even weren't filmed. Did you not think they were ever gonna be brought up, especially in a group of people that you ain't really that cool with? You kept saying the glue, baby. You ain't Elmer's. They need to sue you.
She thought Brit was a Kelly. Yeah. That's what it was. Because Brit is the reason, low key, Brit and Angela are the reason we are getting to see the true Shamea. Yeah. She low key, and I promise you, if Porsha, which I'm still very shocked by, if Porsha was not as artful as she has been throughout the season when dealing with Shamea, Shamea would have tried to build an army against Porsha.
Oh, absolutely.
I guarantee you. That was a goal. That's what it was given.
She just failed. You can't have
one. Well, no, she tried to build an army.
Yeah. No, yeah. Shamea, I just feel like overestimated herself and her place on the show, and she got caught up. First of all, she underestimated Porsha. Porsha is the veteran housewife. Shamea, you are not. So everything she tried, Porsha was a step ahead. I think, to Danielle's point earlier, like her confessionals, her side conversations, her off-camera conversations, she didn't realize how that's going to catch up to her. And even now, after the show, with like post-production, with all this media and press that she's doing, which she's now getting dragged for, I don't think she knew how that was going to catch up with her either. She just really got caught up into this show, and she cannot handle it.
No.
And I feel like she was relying on, like Porsha said, when Porsha said, Porsha says this later on, but I think this is very pertinent to say after what you just said, Jared. Shamea relied on the narrative from the last time we saw Porsha on Housewives, and she thought she could ride off to the sunset, thinking that everyone just thought you took that lady man and da. She thought she would be able to use that as like ammunition,
and we didn't
for
care.
all the ills that she's ever felt.
Hello. We didn't care.
We didn't even see the man.
We never saw the house. We never saw it. So again, if it was something that was brought up in the show, we would have saw it. We would have been all in that business. But listen, see no evil, hear no evil. Forgot all about it. The only reason why we cared is because we were looking in live time on social media. That's it.
Now, Andy does bring up the whole Cynthia Kenya situation. Thoughts? I'm curious, have any of you guys' thoughts changed?
No, I think Cynthia expressing herself and holding Kenya accountable, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like the audience even gave Cynthia a hard time. Like, you should be able to hold your friends accountable. The most childish thing to me is just that whole blind thing. You should have your friend back, blah, blah, blah. No, if they did some fucked up shit, you need to tell them they did some fucked up shit. And I think Cynthia explained herself well when she was saying, like, I'm not going to compromise my integrity. And yeah, I don't think Cynthia was wrong in any form or fashion.
I couldn't agree more. And that's exactly how I felt. She stood right on business. That's it. I meant what I said and said what I meant. And the crazy thing about it is, it was sad to watch because you can tell, and she even said it, that was the last correspondence that she ever even had with Kenya. That lady never picked up the phone for her ever again. So she actually lost a friend over fake not having a friend back and actually having her friend back. If that sounds crazy. She lost a friend for holding her accountable for something that she did. That was still wrong, because we definitely do not condone that, whether it was you or not, Brit. That's it. Well, you said it wasn't you, girl. That was your statement, girl. You said it wasn't you.
That's what she said, girl.
I did not have
listen, I'm here with you. Okay, Bill. And so then we move on to Shamea's package. Now, let me be the first to tell you, she is in this point with me now where I realize that I really don't rock with Shamea. When she started crying, I can deal with my friendship with Porsha. I can deal with people talking about my singing. I can deal with people being mad at my 47 piece and me, having all these pieces in my hair when I got a shortcut. But talking about my child is a bridge too far. My notes literally says, I felt nothing at all when she started crying.
Oh yeah, that was fake.
I felt nothing. Am I a bad person when she would I felt nothing? Am I wrong?
I mean, I still feel bad for her. I mean, her family struggles are hard to watch. I mean, I felt a little bad for her, but
to be clear, when I say I felt bad for her, I'm not talking about her family struggles and her child's condition.
And don't say family struggles. Say her child's illness. Because I don't like that.
That's a family struggle. That's a family struggle, Danielle.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about like just Shiloh. I'm talking about like, her not being able to conceive, yada, yada, yada.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason what I didn't feel bad about, hold on, Danielle. Before I drag you, because I know you not saying what I think you about to say, but let me just get my point out because I'm really going to drag you. Your pieces are going to be on the floor if I think you're about to say what you about to say. But what I was saying was I had an issue with her basically saying like, oh my God, I've never heard Zuko sound like that before. No, I've never heard him sound like that before.
The food is here.
That's what it sounded like. But I had never heard. So when she says that, like, I just don't play when it comes to my child. Brit said that it couldn't have been that big of a deal because you ended up in Miami, which we found out that you were really literally right back in Miami and you never went to Atlanta. You went straight to Miami.
I mean, you didn't go
if your child experienced that. You did that. So let's not make it seem like she was dogging your child out and you doing all this crying. You're trying to be a victim, sis. And I'm not here for that. That's the part that bothered me. So that's the part. I'm not saying I don't feel bad that her child is sick. I'm saying if you over here crying about what Brit said, sis, good night. Like, what are we talking about?
She's crying because that got called out.
But exactly, you're crying because you got caught. We find out that Shamea got a new surrogate because the original one didn't take. I'm sure she's happy about that because original surrogate was
the real. The royalty is you watch that playback and it was like, I know you ain't hire her.
Y'all are
she
crazy.
couldn't carry a loaf of bread.
Danielle, oh my god.
Oh, I had 2 birds already. Got mine cut right on out. Next. Shout out to the surrogates.
And so an audience asked her about why she an audience asked her essentially like, why does she always compare herself to Drew and her singing ability? And she basically says like, I've never shaded her ability, yada yada yada.
You have.
Now you have, and this is the thing that bothers me. No shade to nobody on that stage, but none of y'all touching Drew's resume. Like,
yeah,
can we be fair? Like, not nobody, especially you, Shamia. You want to have a Drew resume,
right?
To even try to compare yourself to Drew. You giving us singles. Drew put out a whole album whilst going through a divorce.
With the hot dog man. He don't even do no damn CDs. He do hot dogs.
Like, what? Listen. If I were Drew, I would say, sweetie, you don't compete when you don't compare. Like, that gats me. That still gats me that you even felt like you were in the same realm as Drew.
And the crazy about it is, she tried to even have the one up on the whole little production showcase. I had a shot. No. Your husband bought you that showcase. That's
she really happened. Tried to make it seem like Drew couldn't put on a showcase.
No, your husband.
Like, well, you can't get a showcase. Sweetie, your husband paid for that.
Your husband did that because he
Drew
believes in
your on dreams. Tour.
She can go on tour and sell out the tickets. That was for friends and family, sweetie.
Well, now Drew was opening for Candace.
Yeah. At the time, but Drew didn't have a full album yet. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, the resume, she still got 2 more jobs more than Shamea do. Let's be real. She got 2 more jobs more than Shamea do.
Fair.
But either way,
I just watched White Chicks the other day.
Again,
no fair.
Oh no, that because that's
she was in White Chicks. I forget about that.
Sister-in-law. But again, Shamea, why? And again, I can't stand no girl with, and again, when you try to fake compare your life, but then still trying to shade whatever you were trying to compare to mine. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That girl is sick.
That's the whole when she goes on to say about the whole thing, like calling Drew a liar, and then she brings up the whole bag. I'm sorry, I thought she was gonna bring up something like crazy, and she brings up, well, you lied about the bag. In my mind, if Drew did not produce all the receipts that she produced today, I still would have been on Drew's side, because when you watch it back, what's her name? Angela asked, is that a so-and-so? The way Drew said, like, yeah, girl, da-da-da. Drew reminds me of the person that's just like, I don't know what you're saying. There's a camera here, and we just going with the flow. Yeah, girl, yep, that's what it is, and we gonna just move on. That's what she gives. Like, she's not lying. She's just like, yeah, girl, come on, let's move on with the storyline. That's what it gave. So that's one thing. And then to find out that, like, oh, so it actually was the bag that Drew came up the receipt. And I don't know if you saw it, Jared. Not only did Drew produce the receipt, but the brand commented, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and said, yep, that's our bag.
Our bag. Cocktail bag. $5,500 right now. You get it right at Burdorf. But shout out to Akira.
And so go ahead.
Akira, Porsha wanted the Akira bag. That bag is $130. Listen, $130 is a couple dollars for some people.
And to bring that back, like, and I want to be very clear about this. That's all you had, Shamea.
Yeah, that was corny.
Was a bag. That's the lie. That was the lie. Like that was you throwing your meat on the table. Mm-hmm. That was the lie.
Because you were
like that's crazy to me.
Because in all actuality, she was insinuating she couldn't afford the bag. That's what it came down to.
You think so?
Well, yeah, because Judith Liebers are they're very specific bags. They only make a handful of them each design. They're all hand done by Crystal, so it is a very exclusive bag. But she tried to catch Drew in a lie. That's what it came down to. She thought she was lying, or thought that she couldn't afford the bag because they've already been talking about Drew's finances. They love to talk about that as well. That's what it came to.
True. So, Now, Andy does ask Porsha, does she think that Brit was being malicious, bringing up the text messages? And Porsha says yes. And I feel like we all agree that Brit was trying to be malicious, but that still doesn't take away the fact that
that was
Shamea showed the text messages.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have the follower, Kelly, saying, well, I don't remember it. Of course you don't remember it because you're a follower. You're a joke, Kelly. You're a joke. You're Miss Whoville. Like, Kelly got to go too. She ain't got to go. Let me take that back. Kelly don't got to go. Shamea got to go. Shamea is clicking down.
But did you notice though that Kelly did that this entire episode? She's really done that in this entire episode. Anytime information was brought to her or something she has said or done, oh, I don't remember that. She one of those girls. Oh, who said that? Literally. Oh, I don't remember that. But if I did, maybe I did. I don't know. No, take accountability. You were there, girl. So you said it.
No, I agree. Now, we do go on to Porsha and Shamea's friendship package. Now, again, we have another follower. That's the thing that bothers me so bad about Kelly is because, like, you a follower to a follower. Because I don't know if y'all picked up on this. When Andy asked a question like, oh, well, where did y'all friendship stand? Or, like, have y'all spoken? And then they looking at each other. And then Porsha, and you clearly see Shamea is waiting on Porsha to say something. And the moment that Porsha opens her mouth, we haven't talked. It was like, Porsha goes, yeah, we haven't. And just Shamea, yeah, we haven't talked. We haven't. You right. It's been a minute. Like, well, why you ain't say that first? Like, you were waiting on Porsha to set the narrative. Like, you're such a joke. Like, it's so hard for you to step out of her shadow. Like, but you doing all the shicey stuff behind the scenes and to these other people to do it. Yeah, I really don't like Shamea. I really don't.
Clearly.
Like, for real. I almost pulled up at the house when I was driving by today. Like, sis, don't renew. We don't want you.
This whole episode is like half a reunion recap and like half drag Shamea.
Honestly,
no, it is.
Yeah. And honestly, I hope that we can really get past this in the last and final part. But I just don't see Shamea coming out of this with any grace. Honestly, I think she needs to bow out. I think she needs to take some time to reflect and be with her family. She's dealing with a lot. She has a beautiful family. She should be very grateful. According to her, everybody wants that type of life. So I think you need to sit back and enjoy that. Because you trying to fake build a friendship with Porsha, I think that we've actually beaten a dead horse. I don't think it's going to happen, if you ask me. Let's be real. It's too much has been said. And especially after the post today. With Porsha laid out all her receipts.
No, I agree.
It's done.
No, I agree. Now, when the last... Okay, girl, shut up. Damn, I'm going to keep trying to cut her off. She keep going. Jesus. Like, Kelly, shut it up. Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah, but with that being said, she just keep going. And I'm like, with that... Oh, she's still going. With that... Okay, she's still going, girl. Okay. Jesus, all right. Sheesh. But I will say, Porsha did eat the girl up when she broke up, when she talked about that alliance at the end. She said, "Now, why would I be in alliance with Kelly when Kelly, the first thing that she said to me was talking about bringing up my ex-husband, and Brit, I barely knew her."
Right.
And Shamea was like, "What? It's like, good night. I can't even." But anywho, guys, it is time for our favorite part of.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down.
I feel a sweep coming on.
I said I was gonna do it this weekend. I went through a lot. Oh, it's a sweep. It's no, it's not a sweep. Actually,
I was not.
Jared, who do you think needs to calm down?
Shamea.
Shamea.
I mean, it's just watching a slow burning trash can. It's just, I don't know how else to describe this. It's a fool. Yeah, it's a fool, but Shamea, girl. I don't know what you're gonna do in part 3, but yikes. That's all I got.
Nothing great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. Shamea as well. I'm sorry, girl. Honestly, you just made a fool of yourself. You really did. And I pray you get the help that you need. But yeah, I'm sorry, sweetie. I want you to calm down. Sorry.
I'm gonna give mine to production. Because there's no reason that Shamea should have been first chair.
Yeah.
There's no reason that we should have ever met Brit. There's no reason that we should have so many questions regarding Brit when she not there. There's no reason that Drew should be behind Kelly. Because we keep focusing, because we've all focused on so much about Shamea being first chair, but I also feel like there's a lot of disrespect being had when you have newbies in front of Drew. When Drew has had not only her own storyline, but has had beef with everybody on this couch except for Angela. And even Angela tried to throw a little shade at her by saying she didn't feel supported. And Drew has done everything with a smile and just performed in a way that has been phenomenal. So I'm going to drag production. Production, you need to calm down because you should know better. This is a juggernaut. This is the jewel of the franchise. And you're being trashed right now. So that's where I'm at.
Sorry about it.
Oh, sorry about that. So guys, thank you for tuning in to Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And please tell us who you think needs to calm down. So yeah. Peace.
Bye, guys. Such a good episode.